recording up there.
Tông quy tu chi cha chi ra san tròn xin cha ma da tu cha bông chong pa sur cha lom bo da vra chi pe ga sha chi cha bu cha dong gu san zor dur chen chan chen de lo na ro dang ma pa ma la chu che gam bo pa pa mo re pa ja wan do gong ba ca ju la ma nam je da ju ye da nan da na zera dam je da la ma la ba la ye je so zong la zong yo de jam zong a la wa den de dong jian de be ge le zo da ge lo chu zong ro wa shen ja la de zo chu lam de ro wa shen ja la de Lan Java Zebra Zinja La Dozo, Java Isha Zanjava Zinja La Dozo, Ganga Denjen Java Jong, Gaba Meba Je, Meba Jeba Meba Da Meba, Wa Meba Roy Meba Da De Dome, Dunje Me, Jubanya Je Jedamba, Zoba Zanje, Mananje, Damba de la Janzar de. Chin za va la ma ji jia go zong do jia sen la da 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 ge ju lan pe de da ge da ma dan sun jie jie dong jia jie mo de xin jie la de so. Okay, today I will teach on 35 confessional Buddhas. There are many reasons to learn about 35 confessional Buddhas. For sentient beings who are living, it helps them have long life, full of wealth and health. For those who passed away, for those who have passed away, it helps purify their negative karma. It especially helps purify the karmic obscuration of all mother sentient beings. Karmic obscuration is the cause of all obstacles, including epidemic disease and natural disasters. Karmic obscuration also cause confusion in the bardo. In the bardo, Yidam deities, Turikayas, and gurus appear, but bardo beings are blocked by their karmic obscurations from seeing them. The practice of the 35 confessional Buddhas will help them, and this 35 confessional Buddhas practice will also increase the merit of the entire universe. And the increased merit of the entire universe leads to world peace. First, I will share you 35 Confessional Buddhas. First, I will share how 35 Confessional Buddhas came to be. At one time, the Buddha and many Bodhisattvas were sitting in Sharavasti. Everybody knows, yeah, Sharavasti. At that time, 300 Bodhisattvas made commitment before the Buddha to help Mother Sentient beings through their individual skills or abilities. The lay Bodhisattvas, I think lay, right? The lay Bodhisattvas practiced generosity, giving food and wealth and so on. The monastic Bodhisattvas wrote volumes of Dharma and began to give teachings. Shariputra was very pleasantly surprised and asked Buddha, do these Bodhisattvas still struggle with non-virtues? Then Buddha replied, yes, sometimes they are still afflicted with the three poisons. And then Buddha taught how to purify non-virtues through visualization, and then he taught on the 35 Confessional Buddhas. Then Buddha said that whoever recites and visualizes 35 Confessional Buddhas will purify all their non-virtues. Also, these 35 Confessional Buddha's practices came from Vinaya Sutra. There is one Bodhisattva who I don't know his name in Sanskrit, but in Tibetan his name is Nyevankor. So actually his generation is, how to say, cutting the hair cutter. What? Hairdresser. Dresser. Hair cutters. But he became Buddha's disciple, and then Buddha gave the teaching on the Vinaya. So he asked many questions about Vinaya. So he he became great scholar on Vinaya knowledge. And there is some, yes. So then this text says, the first line says, throughout all time, all sentient beings take refuge in the Guru, they take refuge in the Buddha, they take refuge in Dharma, they take refuge in the Sangha. Usually, whenever we practice Dharma, we have to remember three jewels, and also we practice on bodhicitta. You listen Dharma or teaching Dharma or doing retreat. Whenever we should combine our Dharma with bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is the soul of Dharma, or bodhicitta is the principle of Dharma. So also that's why today we also generate bodhicitta, which means today we doing practice on these 35 Confessional Buddhas. This is for the sake of other sentient beings. And then this text, it says, first take refuge in the Guru. This is because the Guru is the embodiment of all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And it's to the Guru that we are most grateful. Because if the gurus do not guide us, then the books of Dharma cannot teach us by themselves. This is, we have that experience, right? Then the second, we take refuge in the Buddha. Because of these three qualities. First is profound bodhicitta and compassion. Usually we take refuge in Guru because Guru's mind is bodhicitta and compassionate. Also, we take refuge in the Buddha because his profound bodhicitta and compassion. And these bodhicitta and compassion are unending and will never be lost for other sentient beings. It means Buddha always keeps all other sentient beings in the warmth of his love and compassion. This is the one reason we take refuge in Buddha. And the second quality of the Buddha is his primordial wisdom. Primordial wisdom. This brilliant primordial wisdom helps mother sentient beings see the true nature of reality. So the over practitioners see the mountains and the rivers easily. This is easy peasy. Taste good food, delicious food. It's easy peasy. And but to see true nature of reality is not easy peasy. This is how to say? I forget that. There is something. It is Greek or something. I forgot. Anyway, so this is not easy part, right? Our mind is always with us, but we cannot see the true nature of mind. So, the Buddha's primordial wisdom helps us to see the nature state of mind. That's where we take refuge in Buddha. The third quality of Buddha is his power, which is indestructible Vajra. This means that the 6 root and 20 branch afflictions cannot destroy it. Vajra means that we all have 6 root of afflictions and 20 branches afflictions. 20 branch afflictions. The power of his primordial wisdom melts the glaciers of self-grasping and illuminated eons of darkness of ignorance. That's where we take refuge in Buddha. But don't worry, it will not melt the glaciers of the Arctic, right? Don't worry. We save, we protect that. The Buddha's primordial wisdom will protect that. Only melt the egoistic mind or self-grasping, those afflictive emotions. Okay? We do not take refuge in blind faith, right? So we have some reason. These reasons are really special reasons. Why we can take refuge in Buddha? Because we have humane intelligence, humane wisdom. all mother thinking beings have Buddha nature. As yesterday I mentioned it. Buddha's Buddha nature and our Buddha nature and hell beings' Buddha nature has no different. Same quality. But the difference is merit, power of merit, power of the practice. Especially power of the bodhicitta. So one person told the Buddha, "Hi Buddha, first we were same, but then you practice for the sake of mother thinking beings through your bodhicitta. I practice by myself with egoistic mind. That's where I know we are different. You become like the sun, I'm still." So, then there says the take refuge, Buddha, Dharma, right? Then we introduce Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. So second is the Dharma. We take refuge in Dharma because it has two qualities. Then now I say two qualities. Actually, there are more, but including, I think. They are truth of cessation and truth of path. Truth of cessation and truth of path. The truth of cessation means knowing how to purify the cause of suffering. That is why Buddha taught the three basket of scriptures. First is the Vinaya, which means how to tame the mind. Second is the Sutra basket. If my words are not exactly, then you use your own wisdom, and it will make more clear. But I like these words. So, the second is Sutra basket, which means how to concentrate. The third is actual Abhidharma Kosha or Abhidharma Kosha basket. This means how to practice wisdom and establish the emptiness view. So we take refuge in Dharma. Because of this. And then the second quality of, I already said there are two qualities, right? The second quality of Dharma is the truth of path. Usually I say path, but it may not incorrect. It may incorrect. So path. There are three ways of practicing the truth of path. First is to avoid the 10 non-virtues, and practice the 10 virtues with morality, with pure morality. Second is calm abiding meditation. It requires gross thoughts, quiet. gross thoughts. The third quality of path is wisdom. This is the practice of the vipassana or insight meditation. Additionally, the Dharma leads to liberation from ocean of suffering. Then we take refuge in Sangha, right? We take refuge in Sangha because Sanghas experienced the Dharma with their mind, and they cultivate realization of the view of emptiness and bodhicitta. They abandon non-virtues and compassionately help mother sentient beings to be liberated from the suffering or from the samsara. Therefore, the three jewels are perfect objects of refuge. They never deceive us, so we can purely trust in three jewels. Okay. Then this text of 35 Confessional Buddhas say, this first line, it says, homage to the Bhagavin, the Tathagata, the Arhati, the perfectly complete, enlightened Buddha Shakyamuni. The text says, let me say that this first line says throughout all time, right? So, because we need to take refuge in three jewels, not only once, because they are protecting us all the time, so we are going to take refuge in all the time. It's a human nature a little bit. This nature is not the primordial nature, but this nature is sometimes we have no problem, no obstacles, and we forget three jewels. Then we have some facing problems, and then we ask. At the same time, we need many merit. These merit are we cannot buy from the shopping centers, but we are going to cultivate within our body, speech, and mind. And then these three refuge help. So this is interdependent each other's. But the problem is sometimes we don't cultivate any merit, and then right after, the facing problems, then we ask three jewels, and then we are too much expect, we need some blessing right now, and then sometimes we lost our belief. So this is not the mistake of three jewels. This is our mistakes. Yeah. So actually there 8 qualities of the Sangha, which you can learn in another text. This is in the philosophy text. Have that, but the main quality I already taught you. So we are going to take refuge in Sangha because of those qualities. Then there is lends homage to the Bangavin. So Bangavin, the Bangavin and Bangavati are a little different. I already taught about Bangavati during the Heart Sutra teaching last weeks. I taught, but then here Bangavin means actually the conqueror of the 4 maras. The 4 maras are the mara of aggregates. Everybody knows aggregates, right? These 5 aggregates. The mara of afflictive emotion, the mara of Lord of Death, and the mara of sons of God. So these are 4 maras. Then Bangavin, the Tathagata. Tathagata means sometimes Tathagata, yeah. Tathagata means seeing Dhammadhatu as the true nature. I think this seeing the Dhammadhatu as true nature. The next, Arhat. In this Arhat, right? Arhat. Sometimes Arhati, I think same. Arhati means purified, afflictive emotion. So these are the Buddha's name, right? Buddha. So the Arhati means the purified afflictive emotion and intellectual obscuration. Bangavin also means Buddha has accomplished 6 excellent possessions. 6 excellent possessions. They are excellent possession of power and wealth, excellent possession of physical form, excellent possession of glory, excellent possession of fame, excellent position of wisdom, and excellent position of effort. So these 6, just we say 6, but of course there are countless. But then they are accomplished. Buddha accomplished them through his the practice of 6 Panchaparimitas. And then wealth, fame, still do Buddha need or not? Does Buddha need them or not? Buddha, he don't have desire with them, but these fame are different fames, This wealth are different wealth. Of course, Buddha, whatever he need, he immediately will get everything. But Buddha, he does not have any attachment with wealth and so on. But his wealth means his qualities, merit, for the sake of other thinking beings. Buddha's single words, right? Single words help thousands of practitioners. Helps thousands of practitioners. If I have millions of dollars, it cannot help thousands of people. What is different? Because of merit, power of merit. So that means Buddha's wealth is excellent wealth. My wealth is not excellent wealth. But people who have money and who has food, who have, I really rejoice. But I mean the reality of wealth means merit. So how much help, you know? It helps. It not only help for others, right? It help himself. That's where Buddha became enlightened through his merit of bodhicitta, merit of primordial wisdom, merit of the compassion, merit of the practice of Dharma. That's so. So his wealth, fame, even though Buddha's fame, you know, right now only he has many names, right? One is Bangavin, Tathagata, Arhat, and Buddha, Shakyamuni. So we'll see how it's benefit later. Fame means that. So, Then Buddha means completely enlightened or awakened, right? Awakened and entirely purify the root of ignorance. Bodhicitta, why we call bodhicitta and then Buddha? Bodhicitta is seed of Buddha or cause of Buddha. So then that's where. Then Shakya means his family name. The Muni means Muni refers to his ability to completely give up the two kinds of grasping and two obscurations. Two kinds of Muni means Tibetan called Tup, Shakya Tupa. In Sanskrit, Shakya Muni. Muni means can. He can something. The ability to completely give up two obscurations and two grasping. The two graspings are first individual grasping, and the second is grasping at phenomena that we all have. First we think I, and then my book. So this is so in the Madhyamaka text, Dharmakirti, who is who comes around 2 centuries. So who is the disciple of Nagarjuna? So they established selflessness. So that's where first they establish selflessness, and then second they establish selflessness of phenomena. Then why we have these two things? Then this because of ignorance. Yeah, the ignorance is root of all graspings and all obscurations. The two obscurations are first emotional obscuration, and the second is intellectual obscuration. Here we'll say a little bit about grasping. So, grasping the self-grasping is fundamentally the ground of grasping at phenomena. Fundamentally. In the Madhyamaka text says that Tambo ngashi dala shinjurpa, dagande shingula chajurpa, sonchun chintang rawang mi bai. First, we have a egoistic mind, individual grasping, and then second is grasping at phenomena, and then sonchun chintang means I saw that I think you know that somebody dig the gold under the ground. They have many like what is called this? Many baskets like a mala, and they're just going like this. So similar. Yesterday we said that in order to from the formless realms to the hell realms, we are going cycling through this way. So that's where, because of the grasping, self-grasping, and then then Buddha has compassion. Buddha saw that situation, and then he has Buddha. That's where then we take refuge in Buddha. The emotional obscuration blocked the door to liberation. The liberation stage. Right now we have to know that liberation stage is the human life is liberation stage. God, life of being of God, God realms, whatever, is the liberation stage right now. They are temporary, not entirely. Because this is especially human realms, the human being, especially this who has this precious human life, then we have more opportunity to liberate from the samsara entirely. But we have afflictive emotion. We have intellectual obscuration, but first our problem is the afflictive emotion. So they block the door to liberation. Actually, if we compare with the animal, hunger, ghost, and hell beings, they have more than us. For instance, the animals' ignorance. Somebody ready to kill them, they know. But they cannot say, please, only 1 minute, leave me alone. We can say that, right? So kind of this, same feeling, but it does not mean we discriminate between the animals and humans. So because of different karmas. In human beings, has different karmas like 5 fingers, right? Someone has a lot of golden opportunities. Someone does not have. Then intellectual obscuration blocked the door to achieve Buddhahood. So that means in the teachings, we have 10 bhumis. These 10 bhumis, the practitioners practice and then they realize each and every bhumis. At that moment, the 7 and 8 bhumis, they achieved the 7 and 8 bhumis, they don't have afflictive emotions. But still they have imprinting of afflictive emotion, which is we called intellectual obscuration. So they are going to purify that. 10, 8 bhumi, 9 bhumi, 10 bhumi. 10 bhumi, they purify, and then 11 bhumi, then that is the bhumi of Buddha. So then they entirely liberated. Okay. So this homage to the Buddha, the Tathagata, the Arhati, the perfectly complete enlightened Buddha, Buddha Shakyamuni. So the benefit of reciting, why we are teaching on there, why we are reciting, why we are practicing. The benefit of reciting this land with pure mind is that it will purify karmic fruition of 3 poisons. Karmic fruition of 3 poisons. For example, if you have created the karma to be born in the hell realms, inside a metal house that is on fire, and has not doors and windows. That metal house on the fire, and then it has no doors and windows, right? Then, if someone recite this land for you with pure mind, you will liberate from that suffering. Pure mind means compassionately or with bodhicitta, and then go up with non-duality. That is with wisdom, primordial wisdom. That is very important. If you recite this land with pure mind, for others, they will liberate from that suffering. The best is when you recite this land to prostrate and visualize the Buddha. Visualize the Buddha. If you do not have the opportunity to prostrate when you reciting this, when you recite that, fold your hands. Actually, the postures, this is mudra. Mudra has really great benefits, you know. Did you heard this story, Rechungpa? Rechungpa said that he went to India. He went to India and comes back. What he said? He said, I went to India. Before Tibetan don't have this posture. This hand put it down and then put this hand here and thumb touch here and put here. Tibetan don't have this tradition or this culture. And I brought this from India. Rechungpa said that. Only that reasons, he says, I was satisfied to went to the India through the hardship. Make sense? So we don't ignore the just mudras. So then Buddha also did that. Why I say that? So we fold our hands in prayer mudra. During the 7th branch, I clearly taught how to fold. So in Buddhists, they have special way to hold the mudras. Okay. And then clearly visualize the Buddha as you recite. When you recite, then your monkey mind just go outside. Then still have benefit, but you cannot fix the monkey mind. The monkey mind comes back again, that makes problems in the mind. So make the mind of elephant. Oh, everything's okay. Whether it's hot, okay, it's fun. Whether it's chilly, right? Cold, okay. If there's some water, okay, no water, okay. Solved. One test. Elephant is maybe best example. Otherwise, so if you visualize this Buddha when you recite and meditate, so the body of this Buddha is golden color, and his left hand is resting on his lap, right, with a begging bowl. This means he is in indestructible samadhi. His right hand is in earth touching, right? But not 100% touch on the ground. There's 4 feet or something distance. So earth touching mudra. This means he has overcome obscurations of maras through his brilliant wisdom. Whoever recite his name once purify 100,000 eons of non-virtue. Only recite. Then first you visualize with the recite, particularly for purify those. We already said this karmic purify this karmic fruition. But then here, just you recite, and that's where we see some animals. We recite these names with our bodhicitta. Okay. Okay. Then second Buddha name is homage to the great destroyer with the adamantine essence. Clear? This is the second. The second Buddha's name is Great Destroyer with adamantine essence, which means he can destroy the suffering of all mother sentient beings. We recite the benefit of reciting this line. Homage to the great destroyer with the adamantine essence, with pure mind, is that it will purify karmic fruition of wrong view. Wrong view, everybody knows. In the relative truth, there is no karma, there is no next life, and so on. And then the ultimate truth, the wrong view is we can't see natural state of mind, and then we say emptiness, almost like a misunderstand on emptiness. Almost means misunderstand. Emptiness means nothingness. If we perceive like that, that is also wrong view. Karmic fruition of the wrong view is purify karmic fruition of wrong view. For example, if you have created the karma to have your head, cricket open, but the servant of the Lord of Death, who has the head of a cow. Perhaps you are aware the servant of Lord of Death have the heads of different animals. Servant of Lord of Death, they have heads of animals. Perhaps you know. Because why they have head of animals? Because they are representation of different afflictive emotions. We have different afflictive emotions. While we have impure perception, then they are representation of our different afflictive emotions. But when we have pure perception, that means pure to our mind, they are yidam deities. They are not scary things. They are yidam deities. So they are where they are. They are the in our chakra, our chakras. So, just as an example, in the skull palace of our crown, we have 60 wrathful deities, and each direction there are 28 Ishwaris. Ishwari, the different deities who has different animal's head. Perhaps during the teaching of Bardo and the train, you already heard about these deities. During the Bardo, within the sounds, light, then appears different animals, right? And then if you right now you're training with them, right now you visualize, you understand, then exactly at that time you know. And then what you do, then you supplicate them, or immediately you can understand the nature of your mind. Oh, this is the quality of my nature of mind. Then they are not scary things. They are not wrathful. They are coming there for helping. If right now we think, oh, there's if we reject or we do not know about that, then what happened? These sounds and lights come, and then we appear these head of animals who have. Then we scare, and then we try to run away. Then we so that then we cannot go rebirth or reborn in Pure Land. Okay. Likewise, there are many deities in each chakra. But don't worry about how you all these deities with the small space of your chakras, right? In the Bardo and other lives, they will appear. Then you will notice these deities were already with you in the small space of your chakras. Just like a small head has many stands over here. So in small chakra has many deities. How can be this chakra? you know lung. We have lung, right? Lung. We have lungs. Lungs grow similar like flowers, actually, right? It's first, it's small, the root of lung, and then there's a growing, many holes. Thousands of holes in the lung. So then we have kind of these channels in different chakras. Okay. In any case, should you have the karmic fruition of having your head spliced, open by the servant of Lord of Death because of wrong view. Spleen.
T in the end.
Yeah, spleen. Split, I think. S-P-L-I-T. Split. Yeah, split opened by servant of the Lord of Death because of wrong view. Then recite with pure mind, homage to the great destroyer with adamantine essence. Will liberate you from this suffering. Also, you recite this land for others. It will reduce their suffering and purify wrong view. If you have not accumulated the karma of wrong view, then recite this land with pure mind will prevent your accumulating such karma in the future. So this is so important, right? Perhaps we don't have this wrong view, so it's well possible. That's where we have to recite for preventing. If you would like to, actually you should, but I can't say you should. If you would like to visualize this Buddha, then his color is lapis lazuli blue, and his two hands rest in the mudra of meditative equipoise, like Amitabha, right? Holding lapis color Vajra. Whoever recite his name will purify 10,000 eons of non-virtue. Perhaps we think, we can purify easily our non-virtue. But we accumulated countless. Because I already gave you the example, somebody who dig the gold has with this object. Similarly, we recycling in this samsara. Fortunately, we can purify them. So, no reason to be worried. We have reason to do, put it into the action instead of worry. Yeah. Next, homage to radiant jewel, right? Mm-hmm. His name means the one who purifies ignorance through his shining wisdom. That's where radiate jewels, right? Reciting homage to radiate jewel with pure mind will purify the karmic fruition of stealing, right? Mm-hmm. Stealing other things. Stealing, which is being reborn in hell realm with fiery metal wheel. cutting you from your fingers to whole your body. Cutting from here, right? And the whole body. But this not only one time. In the hell, it's easily recovered. Lord of Death is so smart, doctor. He killed and then easily recovered and killed. Even the moment of recovery and killed, if this moment we don't have suffering, but it still have, right? Oh, okay, so stealing result is that. And then right now we're talking about only hell realms, but this life there are different karmic fruitions. In the past life, if I stole other things, and then in this life, perhaps next life, or perhaps the end of this life, or then become poor. Or I have something, people steal, right? So if you don't have, I hope we don't have. Humans, not only few people. Humans, all mother thinking beings. If you humans, everybody, right? All mother thinking beings. You don't have stealing karma now. You don't have stealing karma now. Still reciting this will prevent you from accumulating this karma in the future. It's really necessary, is it? We're not sure future what will happen. Maybe too much hungry, then a little bit food. Too much thirsty, a little bit of water. And but then big things, everything's possible. Impossible is possible. Impossible is possible because this word is I am possible. So also it will protect you thing from being stolen. Yeah. Then this Buddha is when during the visualization, this Buddha is white in color. His left hand rests in his lap, holding a sun. Holding a sun. There are some meanings. His right hand is in the protecting mudra, holding a vajra. Protecting vajra, okay. Mudra, sorry. Whoever recites his name will purify 25,000 eons of non-virtue. 25,000 of non-virtue. So today we stop here because time is up, and then another Sunday we will teach continuously, and then we have to recite 64, right? May every being ailing with disease be freed at once from every malady. May all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. O Sumjin Neba Jenya Ba Nurda Nela Tajer Jen Rove Nena Mala Tada Nyowa Meba Jo Chancho Sunjo Rumba Je Maji Banan Jija Jiba Nyamba Meba Gona Gonda Bewa Jo. May Bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen, where it has Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. Thank you very much.